Hey, I'm Gonzo.
And I'm Ben.
And this is Benjamin.
Yeah.
And we're doing another edition of Pop Quiz where we talk to this guy about D&D. All right, Ben. How do you feel?
I feel great. This is the first dungeon class video I'm in front of.
That's true. That's true.
It's a great feeling.
So a little nervous?
Yeah, like a little for the millions of viewers. I mean,
that's true.
I
That's
have
true.
to be.
But when you're in front of millions, this is the only one you need to concentrate on is me. So
that's nice and comforting.
All right. So I wanted to ask you a few questions. You know how our Pop Quizzes videos goes, and just get your ideas. Now, you've been playing D&D for a while, and I know you like it.
Yeah.
So if you can, what is your favorite part of D&D?
My favorite part is creating a character. That's one of my favorite parts. And
what about it?
Specifically, as you know, I like homebrews, and homebrews are everything, and all of my characters. Most of the races or classes are homebrewed, or like stuff that I've found, or put together myself. And so that's just my favorite thing, is creating a person.
Well, let's talk about that. You have, in our group, he has created the most eclectic group of adventurers that we've ever seen.
Yeah.
Currently, I think you have a half
dryad,
a
fox person, a kobold, trap maker, which was a class that we found.
Yeah. Okay.
I had a druid, but he could turn into plants instead of animals.
Yeah. What the heck? What a pain in the rear that was. Finding all these different plants and stats for the plant like beasts, and then that's what you're shape changing into instead of animals like every other druid.
Yeah, I like being creative. And,
yeah. So you really enjoy that. In fact, you enjoy it so much that I know you recently have started a D&D group at your college.
Yeah. A few of my friends actually asked me about it because they had known I'd played, because it's something I really love, and I wore a t-shirt one day. And they asked me about it, and they said one or two of them had played before, and a few others had at least heard of it, and so I kind of talked to those people, and then I actually went out and asked two of my friends who were creative and weird enough, I know, to have been uncomfortable with everyone else.
Brave enough. That's
right. Yeah.
That's the word we use.
Yeah. To go out and play, and I asked them if they'd want to play, and they had no idea what it was, and I told them that it'd be fun and that when to come, and they came, and I had 5 people playing. Yeah.
Oh, really? Cool. And how do you like that?
I love it. We don't get to play. We try to play once a week. We played today, but it takes a lot to coordinate 5 student schedules. When not everyone has a car or stuff, but we still are able to play probably once every other week. But yeah,
okay.
I love it.
Well, great. And what do you like? How's your process in creating your story? So I know when I DM, I like to have my own world that I've either taken or created, or something that I've taken the bones from an existing campaign or something, and then I use that and build on that. Do you start from scratch, or do you use something that's pre-made that you can take things from, or both?
I mainly start from scratch, but I like to take ideas from different things. I took, because I recently just read the Dritz books, which I think are up there, right there is one of them. Those are
R.A. Salvatore
quickly became one of my favorite book series, and so I took a lot of ideas from there and threw them in there, whether it's different monsters or bosses and stuff.
Okay.
And I took the land where they're from, Faerun and the Sword Coast, and that's kind of the place where I have my people set, because it's where I kind of know a little bit about. But for my story, it's basically made up as I go. Or not as I go. I do a lot of planning.
That's all DMs.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
But I do a lot of planning, but my story is from scratch. It's not from any books or any preset adventures.
When you first sat down, your very first time you played, how hard was it to learn and get the grasp of the game? The
first time we made characters, I kind of thought I understood it, and then once we started playing, it became super easy. It just made sense to me.
So it was a quick transition to learn the game.
To learn the game, and then as we've played over the past few years, I've gotten to know the little details and the stuff that can make it more fun, and kind of learned a lot of the bonuses to the races, and can help other people when they're creating people now, just because of previous knowledge over the years. But as quickly to start learning was super simple.
What don't you like about playing D&D? Or
Yeah.
maybe not about playing, but what don't you like or would you change in D&D?
So I don't like combat as I feel like it's kind of blocked right now, and that it has like a limited potential because it takes so much time and turns, and people like to make decisions and like to decide off of what previous people have done. And so the combat system I feel like is a little bit...
So the initiative system in combat.
The initiative system, and then just
That's
how long it takes to go through a normal fight. Yeah.
That's why there's tons of YouTube videos on how to improve combat, how to make combat easier, quicker. We try different things at the table to try to make it go... Because it does seem, for me as well, it does seem that that's the slowest part of the game. And if you're waiting on a turn in anything in life, you're waiting in line in Disney World, no one likes to wait.
Bored,
versus the rest of it, the storytelling part, the part where you're exploring and you're deciding what your character's going to do and how to solve a problem, that's engaging.
Yeah.
But the actual combat...
The other day, I had with my friends at school, they went through like 4 days of travel in like 3 minutes, and then they came up on one encounter, and it was supposed to, like, in my brain I was like, okay, it's a quick little thing that they'll go through, and it took them the rest of the 3 hours.
Yes,
so
that's the joke of D&D. Is 100 miles in 3 minutes, and then one hour for one battle scene.
Single sword swing.
Yeah,
but
okay, well that's interesting. I think that's most people's hang up with the game, or what most people try to improve on is getting combat more smooth and turn taking and all that. So that's cool. Do you think that D&D is good for other reasons other than just hanging out with friends?
Yeah, so I did actually for school. I had to give like a quick speech, and I decided to do it on D&D, and I had been watching the Dungeon Class videos, and so I already had heard you guys rehearsing your D&Ds for everyone, and I kind of when I was doing my speech, I did a little research on it and did a little and how tabletop gaming, just playing games with your family or friends, helps build relationships and stuff. And so I did my speech on that because it is something that I've come to honestly believe. It's for everyone, and it's helpful in a lot of different ways.
So in our group, it's family and friends. And even though the group has changed, depending on who's around and whatever, have you seen benefits from playing D&D as an already tight-knit group of people?
Yeah, so I got really close to the Berklands, which I had we had already, they're part of our
Shout
family.
out to the Berklands.
Shout out to the Berklands.
We love you.
But I had already previously kind of known them, and I liked them and stuff. They're family, but when we started playing D&D, I got to see Hamilton's always been Hamilton. But I got to see a creative side of Jackie, and it was cool to see how they interacted, and I felt like I kind of got closer to both of them just playing, spending more time with them.
So I'll tell you something I noticed about you. So this is one of my children. If any of you don't know, this is actually one of mine.
Gonzo.
But they're all so different. I have a ton of them, and they're all different. But this guy is very good at school. He's very good at math. He's very good at staying within structured order, and that's just how he's built. And what I noticed when we started playing Dungeons and Dragons is your creative side has really blossomed, has really come out. And it didn't seem like it was like that before. You were great at video games and other things, but this has really sparked something in you to be more creative. And I've noticed that as a dad and as a dungeon master. I've seen that with others too. But that, just right there, I think that's a great benefit of playing the game.
Yeah, I mean, for sure. I started writing a book or a little thing. I started
and drawing, all of your art abilities have been...
Which I never done. I've always wanted to draw and always wanted to do these
things. Because we have kids, you have siblings that are very artsy.
Yes, most of them.
And you weren't known as the arts, the artsy one, but yet you're the one with the plant druid or whatever. So half dryad. Yeah. So really cool, Ben. All right, we'll let you go. We're gonna do our rapid fire, which is coming. So you don't know what these questions are, and neither do I this time. So we're gonna see.
That's encouraging.
Oh, one more thing. What would be your advice that you would give anyone is interested in playing the game?
Just dive into it. It's so easy to learn, and it's so much fun. Again, like I said, my favorite part is making it personal. It's so much fun to kind of put out your creative energies and make something out of that. And it's just super fun.
Jump in.
Go for it, yeah.
Okay.
No hesitation.
All right. Here's your rapid fire: brains or brawn?
Brains.
Brains. Okay. Pineapple or pepperoni?
Ooh, can I have both? Is that an option?
Make a decision. I guess so. See, this is what he does to us in the game too. Yeah. All right. Homebrew or handbook?
Homebrew.
Yeah. Every time.
Is that a question for me?
Well, I know. Minecraft or Fortnite?
Fortnite. Ooh. Minecraft has a special place in my heart.
Oh my gosh.
But Fortnite, you took me from my
We are
Fortnite
all uber
playing.
nerds if you haven't guessed already. Right. That's cool. Yeah. Playing the game or being the dungeon master for the game? Because you recently are dungeon master.
And I did a little DMing with our family previous too. I like dungeon mastering more. I think it's more fun because it is.
I think I do too.
It's the ultimate creative output.
Yeah.
Because when you're playing, you do have a lot of like energies and ways and choices, but when you're the DM that has to fill in every gap, and it's just a lot.
It's more. You're active. You're mentally active the whole time.
Yeah. So I think it's more fun. It's more stressful, more work, but it's more fun. It's more rewarding because of that. I think.
Cool. Better dungeon master, your dad. Or Mark.
Okay.
I mean, you have an option.
So, like my pepperoni and pineapple answer, there's difference. Okay, because Mark is a better DM for any one-shot. I've enjoyed his one-shots more than yours, and that's just the truth.
No, I agree.
But for campaigns, I think I've had more fun during your campaigns than I have during Mark's. It's just the truth.
That's good. That's good to know.
Yeah.
That's good to know. All right, Ben.
No choice.
Well, thanks for doing our interview, and I want to let all of you know, the reason we do these interviews with our players is that we actually learn from each of these players that sit at our table. Their strengths, their weaknesses, what they like, what they don't like. It helps us improve the game, as Mark and I are dungeon masters most of the time. It really helps us. And we get to know more about our players. It's really neat. So I actually advise any of you guys out there that are DMing or running a game to just sit down with your players individually if you ever get a chance and ask them some of these same questions, because I think you'll gain a lot of inspiration from that. So, but I think we're good. Fist bump. And with that, class dismissed.
I'd like to give a shout out to my boys watching this at home. And I'd also like to ask every one of you to subscribe to Dungeon Class channel. It's a great channel. I love it, and I watch all of their videos. I'll have you know.
I do too.
That's amazing.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. We both watch Dungeon Class. Also, like this video and smash the bell icon down below or up above, wherever it is, and comment down below. Whatever you want. Comment whatever you want, because this is America.
Yeah.
It's a free country.
Awesome, babes. Let's do it.